بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وبعد. Continuing our discussion about struggling against oneself. The question comes is that you've spoken a lot about striving and working hard in the month of Ramadan. But the question naturally comes is, what is the point? What is the gift? Why do we struggle so hard? We have to look at the understanding of the Salaf al-Salih, the righteous predecessors, to understand why we struggle so hard. Abdullah ibn Mubarak, he was a tabi'i, and he used to say, مَنِ اعْتَاصَتْ عَلَيْهِ مَسْأَلَةً فَلْيَسْأَلْ عَنْهَا أَهْلَ الثُّغُورِ. That whosoever finds themselves in a difficult situation or has a difficult matter and they don't know what the exact solution is or the best solution is, i'tasat literally means for something to become really hard on them, then that person should go and ask the Muslims or the warriors or the soldiers that guard the borders of the Muslim lands and that fight the enemy, protecting the Muslims and raising the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When somebody asked him, why do you say that? He says, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. That whosoever strives in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah guides them, subulana, to all of His paths. You have different decisions in your life. You have different matters, affairs, whether they're financial, emotional, whatever it is. The more you exert yourself, the easier things will get and the more guidance and the solutions that you'll get from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the reason why He would advise this in the first place. And one of the living examples of somebody that used to do that, he passed away just a few years ago, was Sheikh Hamdi al-A'rabi, one of the great scholars of the Umayyad Mosque in Syria today. Sheikh Hamdi al-A'rabi كان ورده في قيام الليل 4 ساعات. That his prayer of the night every single day was 4 hours. Every single day 4 hours. He was known in the Umayyad Mosque as a teacher that would exert himself. And one of the nights he fell asleep and he didn't wake up. And in his dream he heard a voice in which the voice said, مَا أَعْجَبَتْكَ صُحْبَةَ اللَّهِ. Did not the presence and did not the companionship of Allah please you, Ya Hamdi? And at that moment when he heard this voice in his dream, he got up and he dressed himself and he ran to the masjid. It was known that he did not miss even one adhan of Salatul Fajr in 40 years. People that strive in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that people from all around the world, they used to go and seek consultation and advice from him. And he would say, do this, don't do that. He doesn't know the ghaib. Inna Allah indahu ilmul ghaib. That only Allah knows the ghaib. But because what? وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُولَنَا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Allah helps those people that work with excellence. And so me and you as Muslims, we have to understand that these stories, that Qiyamul Layl, the real Qiyamul Layl happens when we're tired, when we're yawning, when we're weak, but we push through it. مَبْنَى قِيَامُ اللَّيْلِ الْمَشَقَّةِ وَلَيْسَ اللَّذَّةِ. That the foundation of Qiyamul Layl is difficulty. It's not pleasure right away. It's not all fun. But here's the great part. That one of the scholars of the past, he said, تَعِبْتُ فِي قِيَامِ اللَّيْلِ سَنَةً وَتَلَذَّذْتُ بَعْدَهَا 20 سَنَةً. That I pushed myself in Qiyamul Layl for 1 year and I found it difficult, and for 20 years after, I found pleasure. How many of us have tried that in the first place? I know I haven't. Right? So again, we have to do this. There's marhalatul ladha ba'da marhalatul mashaqqa. That the stage of goodness, it comes after the stage of difficulty. And the last thing that I'm going to finish off with, which is a beautiful hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is something that we should always do, is a hadith which is narrated by Rabi'ah ibn Ka'b al-Aslami. Rabi'ah, he was known to be from Ahlul Sufa. He was known from those people that were the migrators to Medina. لَيْسَ لَهُمْ وَطَنٍ. They didn't have a country, they didn't have a home. Like Salman al-Farisi, like Abu Huraira, like Rabi'ah. They didn't have any place to stay. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam would place them in the masjid. So they were poor. They were poor. One day, he was with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, كنت أبيت مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فأتيته بوضوئه وحاجته. That I was with the Prophet ﷺ, I spent the night with him, and I used to bring his water for wudu, and I used to take care of all of his needs. فقال لي Because I took care of him, he said, Salli ya Rabi'a. Ask me anything you want, Rabi'a. This is the messenger of God. If he raised his hands, you can get anything. And now Rasulullah is saying, Rabi'a, ask me. This man, he's not like us. He has no house to return to. He has no shoes to wear. He doesn't even have food. He would sit on the sofa, on the mat, and he would wait for food. And if food didn't come, he would go to sleep hungry. This was this companion. And now he's being asked, ask me. And so, what does he ask? He said, أسألك مرافقتك في الجنة. Then somebody riwayat that he went back and he thought and he said that the world will finish, so I have to ask for something for the akhirah. And what does he ask for? He asks for the companionship of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the friendship of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Jannah. And then the Prophet sallallahu he knows that this man has nothing. So he said, أَوَ غَيْرَ ذَلِكَ? Anything else, Rabi'a? He said, قُلْتُ هُوَ ذَاكَ. I just want that, nothing else. And then the Prophet ﷺ, the important advice for all of us, he said, فَأَعِنِّي عَلَى نَفْسِكَ بِكَثْرَةِ السُّجُودِ. Help me, help you by making a lot of sajda. You want to be with me? Make sajda, pray at night. This is the advice Rasulullah ﷺ gave him. So next time you wonder, why am I praying? Why am I fasting? It's so you get hidayah and so you get the companionship of the Prophet ﷺ. The last thing is that in Arabic we have a method. It's النعيم لا يدرك بالنعيم والراحة لا تنال بالراحة. That goodness, it doesn't come when you have all good times, right? Great times make weak men. وَالرَّاحَةُ لَا تَنَالُ بِالرَّاحَةِ. Ease is not caused upon by ease. You have to work hard. You have to strive. تُرِيدُ أَن تَرْتَاحْ فِي الْآخِرَةِ اتْعَبْ فِي الدُّنْيا. If you want to relax in the akhirah, struggle in this world, strive in this world. If you want to relax in this world, then you will surely be made tired in the next world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.